Dumelang. Yo emeng ke mmina tlo ya ga motsitla tlo ya go nona le malengana. So yeah, guys, today I woke up and I had a song in my head. It's a song that is popularly known. Hamudimo Aleteng, Matat. Meaning when God is there, there is no trouble. You know. And immediately I saw the status that I once put up a few days ago, which said, "What you know, there's what you know, what you trust, and what you do." And immediately I started to think about how does this all tie together? There's the song which says when God is there, there's no trouble. And then there's the reality of there's what we know, what we trust or who we trust, and what we do, you know. And then I guess what came to mind immediately was the contrast in what we sing and proclaim in our churches, what we sing and proclaim in our songs to say, I trust the Lord, He's going to be my strength when I'm tired. And, His strength is made most known in my weaknesses, in terms of my weaknesses. And that is what we know. That is the what we know innately, to say that there is God and God is for me. And then comes the element of what we trust. When we're shaken as individuals, when we're shaken as humans, when things happen to us that make us question our faith or move us from our faith, we start looking elsewhere. We start looking at, and sometimes it's not even us, it's the people around us who care about us, who watch things happen to us and say, we actually need to go look at other alternatives. We need to consider other alternatives. Let's look at doctors. What do doctors say about this? And there's other like African doctors and stuff and Western doctors. But basically, when we are faced with an issue, we tend to look for humane answers, if I can put it that way. We tend to look for alternative answers to say, what does the next person say about my issue or my problem? And then ultimately, because of the fact that we don't trust what we know, but we're actually choosing to trust something else, we ultimately do something else that deviates from what we know. We do, or we react according to what we decide to trust as opposed to what we know. So in essence, what we know, what we trust or who we trust, and what we do is not in alignment. So the thing that I'm trying to highlight to you is, so you proclaim what you know. Most of the time you talk about what you know, you proclaim what you actually know. But do you trust what you know? What you know innately is that there is a God and He's pro you, He's for you, but do you trust that? And especially in the times where you are shaken, because what you know, who you trust or what you trust, and what you do in times of challenges and tribulations will determine the outcome of it. Because if you say that you look to God, you pray, you trust God, and then when it comes time to trust God, you look to another alternative, ultimately in your actions, by actually not getting on your knees and praying and supplicating and letting your problems be known to God, how in essence are you in alignment with what you're saying? So I guess today's point or today's message is about just self-introspection, to say, when times are tough, what do you know? Who do you trust? And ultimately, what do you do based on your trust for what you know? So have a good one, guys.